Hello everyone, I am FIDE instructor and Arena International Master Rishikesh Chavan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is basic tactics, and in basic tactics we are going to learn double attack. So let's start. There are many tricks and traps in chess. Double attack is the base of all the tricks and traps. Idea behind double attack is that we have to attack opponents any two weaknesses at the same time. So he may not be able to save both the pieces in one move. Now, how are we going to find the weaknesses, or how are we going to know which pieces we need to attack? So there are total five weaknesses. These are five universal weaknesses. So let's start. The first weakness is an exposed king. In this position, black's king is exposed, means it can be easily attacked by opponent's pieces. The second weakness is unsupported piece, or you can say hanging piece. So in this position, black rook is not supported, it's hanging. So we got our two weaknesses. Now once you get the two weaknesses, then only you should try and find the move. If you are not getting any weaknesses, if there is just one weakness, then there is no point in attacking just a single weakness, because opponent can easily save that weakness. In this position we got opponent's two weaknesses, and now we are going to attack both the weaknesses at the same time. That is the main point behind double attack. So here we are going to play queen d5 check, and now after the check, the rook is also attacked. Of course, he is going to move the king, and then on the next move, we are going to capture the rook. Let's move on to the next puzzle. Okay, here again, there is just one weakness. The rook on a8 is hanging. It has no support. But right now, black's king is not exposed. Black king is covered by all these pawns. So what do we do? Of course we can wait for our opponent to expose his king, but we are not sure whether he will expose his king or not. So we have to try and do something on our own. So here we are going to expose opponent's king by sacrificing the bishop. So we are going to play bishop into h7 check. Maybe he will capture the bishop, and now after sacrificing the bishop, we have exposed opponent's king. So again we got the two weaknesses, exposed king and hanging piece, and the correct move is queen a h1 check. Of course he will save the king, and we are going to capture the rook on the next move, next position. Now in this position there are two hanging pieces. So as you can see, black's knight and bishop are hanging. So what we can do, we can attack both the pieces in one move by playing rook c5. Now if he saves the knight, then we'll capture the bishop, and if he saves the bishop with something like bishop e7, then we are going to capture the knight. And here again, with the help of double attack, we got one extra piece. Let's move ahead. So here again the same kind of scenario. Black's king is exposed and he has two hanging pieces right in the middle of the board. Now we have three weaknesses, and to give double attack we have to attack any two weaknesses in one move. Right now black's king is not reachable, it's far away from our pieces. So let's focus on these two hanging pieces. So here we are going to play king c4, and that way we are attacking both the pieces at the same time. Attacking both the pieces at the same time is very important. So here if he saves the knight, then we are going to capture the bishop, and if he saves the bishop, so maybe if he wants to play bishop e7, so we are happy to capture the knight, and that way we got a free piece. Next position. Now here we learn the third weakness. We have already learned exposed king and unsupported piece. Third weakness is an important square. Normally a square from which you can give checkmate to your opponent. In this position, black's king is blocked by his own pawns. So black's king is blocked on the back rank by his own pawns. That means any check on the back rank with a rook or a queen can be a checkmate. So that way all these squares are important squares. We can perform checkmate from these squares. So we want one of the important squares, and we have this second weakness right here on b2, that is hanging knight. So we have to attack both the weaknesses simultaneously. We have to attack both the weaknesses at the same time. So we are going to play rook b4, and if he saves the checkmate, then of course we are going to capture the knight. And if he doesn't know about the checkmate, and if he saves the knight, then we are going to give checkmate from b8. Next position. Now here again there are two weaknesses. One weakness is this hanging rook on b7. Now the other weakness is again an important square. Concentrate on this h7 square. Bishop is already attacking the square and king is there to support the pawn. Now imagine if our queen comes on the h7, then with the help of this bishop, it's a checkmate. Then we can say that h7 square is a checkmate square for us. So we got our two weaknesses, and now we are going to play queen e4. If he saves the checkmate, then we are going to pick up this free rook on b7. And if he saves the rook, if he has no idea about the coming checkmate, then of course we'll checkmate him. Next position. Now again the same important square, but we have altered a position a bit. So here we have this hanging knight. So again we have those two weaknesses present in the position. So let's start attacking them. We can attack both these weaknesses by either playing queen e4 or even queen h4. So maybe for example queen e4. Now what we are threatening? We are threatening to capture this knight for free, and we are threatening a checkmate on h7. Now if your opponent comes to know about the checkmate, and if he saves the checkmate, then we'll capture the knight, and if he saves the knight, then we'll happily checkmate him. Next position. Now it's the same position, we have rewinded one move back. So let's go to the previous position. Here the knight is a hanging piece and there is an important square, and now here important square is the same, but now there is this rook. Now this is our fourth weakness. What kind of weakness is this? This is called not so well supported piece. It means a piece which has same number of attacks and same number of defense. For example, on this rook on a4, there is one attack and one defense. So 1 minus 1, 0. 0 means we can convert that piece into a hanging piece. So of course we are going to do that. So rook into a4, knight into a4. So after doing 1 minus 1, 0, we have converted that piece into a hanging piece, and now we'll give the double attack. And now if we save the checkmate, we are going to pick up this knight for free. So here the fourth weakness is not so well supported piece. It means a piece which has same number of attacks and same number of defenses. Let's move ahead. Now again the same position, but a little bit change. In the previous position, black rook was under attack and knight was supporting the rook. But in this position, knight is under attack and rook is supporting the knight. Now the main question. In the previous position, we converted the piece into a hanging piece first, and then we gave double attack. Now what should we do over here? Should we give double attack first, or should we convert the piece into a hanging piece first? Now if you focus in this position and if you calculate well, you will come to know that there is no point in converting the piece into a hanging piece first, because if we capture the knight, then he will capture with the rook. That way his rook will be hanging. Let's move these pieces on the board. Rook is hanging, important square is there, but now you will come to know that both the double attack squares are covered by the rook, and that way we cannot give him any double attack. So here what we are going to do, instead of converting the piece into a hanging piece first, we are going to attack the weaknesses first. So maybe he will save the checkmate, and now we are going to capture that not so well supported piece. Rook into knight, rook into rook, and finally after queen into rook, we got a free knight. Next. Here again there are two weaknesses present in black's position. King is exposed from this diagonal, and this rook is not so well supported because it has one attack and one defense. So we got our two weaknesses. Let's try attacking both the weaknesses in one move. So yes, you are right. The correct move is queen f4 check. So we are going to play queen f4 check. Maybe he will save the king. Of course, he will save the king. And then we are going to play queen into rook. And here we got a free rook. And definitely we are going to win this game with that extra material. Next position. Here we are going to learn the fifth and the last weakness. It is called more valuable piece. It means more valuable than the attacking piece. For example, concentrate on these two black pieces. Both these pieces are supported by the pawn. So both these pieces are not hanging pieces, but these pieces are more valuable than this small pawn. So here white can play f4. Now, if black saves the knight, we are going to capture the bishop, and if we want to save the bishop, then we are going to capture the knight. There is one more move which we can play over here, again with the same targets, that is more valuable pieces. Both the rooks are hanging right now, and we can say that both the rooks are more valuable than this bishop. So we are going to play bishop b7, and here black can save both the rooks in one move. I mean, he can give support to both the rooks, he cannot save both the rooks. So maybe he can play something like rook a6 to a8. That way both the rooks are supporting each other, but still we are getting more material, because after bishop into rook and rook into bishop, we got extra points because we were attacking more valuable pieces. So these are the five universal weaknesses we have. The first weakness is an exposed king. Second is hanging piece or unsupported piece. Third weakness is an important square, normally a checkmate square. Fourth weakness is not so well supported piece. It means a piece which has same number of attacks and same number of defenses. And lastly, the fifth weakness is more valuable piece. Keep these points in your mind. Whenever you want to look for tactics, look for tricks and traps, keep looking for these weaknesses. And once you get the weaknesses, then it is easy to get the correct move. I hope you enjoyed this basic tactics session. See you next time. Thank you very much, everyone.